Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about dissolution and dissolution apparatus. So first we're starting with the term dissolution. So what is dissolution? Dissolution is the process in which the solute is getting dissolved into the solvent and form solution. The solute may be solid, liquid or gas. And now we're talking about the dissolution testing. Generally, we see the dissolution testing done for the tablet, but dissolution testing also done for the liquid, suspension, and suppositories. And now we're talking about the uh, next part is the type of dissolution apparatus. So one more thing, why the dissolution testing is done. Before that, going for the type of apparatus, one question is why we doing a dissolution testing. So the excipient, the answer is excipient is making a hard to dosage form. So we measure the rate of release of drug, and this rate of release of drug is measured in percentage. And now we're talking about the type of dissolution apparatus. There are various type of dissolution apparatus. Type 1 basket, type 2 pedal, type 3 reciprocating cylinder, type 4 flow through cell, type 5 pedal over disc, type 6 rotating cylinder, type 7 reciprocating disc or holder. So these are the various type of dissolution apparatus. Now we're talking about the various factors which affect the dissolution. RPM, time, temperature, water bath level, and the type of dissolution medium. These are the factors which affect the dissolution testing, which affect the dissolution. Now we're talking about the range of the RPM. The RPM is set between 25 to 150 RPM. Below 25 RPM is causing a hydrodynamic effect, and above 150 RPM is causing a turbulence. So RPM is generally set between 25 to 150 RPM, and scratches in vessel also causing a turbulence. And now we're talking about the removal of dissolved gases. Removal of dissolved gases is done through the vacuum degassing, in which the media is heated on 41 degrees Celsius under vacuum and filtered through 0.45 micron filter. And the limit for the dissolved gases, it should not be more than 6 ppm. Now we're talking about the tolerance limit. Tolerance limit for the withdrawal of aggregate or for the sampling. So it is plus minus 2%. That means, and this is in seconds. So if we performing a dissolution of 30 minutes, then 30 into 60, that is 1800 of second. So the plus minus 2% of 1800 of second is plus minus 36 second. So the withdrawal of aggregate or for the sampling, the tolerance limit is uh, plus minus 36 second for the 30-minute dissolution. And now we talking about the when the withdrawal of aggregate is done or the sampling is done, it should not be done on the from the top, or the from the upper layer of the dissolution medium, and it should not be done from the bottom of the petal or basket. The sampling or withdrawal of liquid, it should be done through the middle area, which is known as the John midway. And when the sampling is done or withdrawal of liquid is done, suppose this is the inner wall of the vessel, when the sampling is done, it should be done 1 centimeter away from the vessel wall. And now we talking about the various stages of the dissolution testing. There are different type of doses form, like immediate release doses form which release immediately, and like prolonged release doses form and the modified release doses form. So in generally the prolonged and modified release doses form, they are generally the tablets. But if you're talking about the immediate release dosage form, the dosage form which release immediately, in which the examples are liquid and suspension. So we right now we're talking about the immediate release dosage form. Immediate release dosage form. There are different stages are given for the immediate release dosage form. For testing of immediate release dosage form, there are different stages are given, like known as stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, also known as the S1, S2, as three stages. So these are the different stages. So in S1 stage, analysis of units are done, and the result of 6 units should be Q plus 5%. That means the results of all these 6 units should be Q plus 5%. If Q specified 80%, then result should be 80. For example, if Q specified 80%, then result should be 80 plus 5, that is 85%. That means if results observe 85% or more than 85%, then dissolution is passing in S1 stage. But if result observe below 85%, then dissolution tested in S2 stage. In S2 stage, 6 new units are taken, and the first criteria of S2 stage is depend on the 6 unit of S1 stage and 6 unit of S2 stage. That means the first criteria is based on the all 12 units. So the first criteria for S2 stage is average of all these 12 units should be equal to Q, and the second criteria for the S2 stage is no unit should go below Q minus 15%. So these are the two criteria for the S2 stage. And if results observed within this criteria, then dissolution is passing in S2 stage. But if result observed below this criteria, or result are not found within this criteria, then dissolution tested in S3 stage. And in S3 stage, 12 new units are taken. Analysis done on 12 new units, and the first criteria of S3 stage is depends on the 6 unit of S1 stage, 6 unit of S2 stage, and the 12 new units of S3 stage. That means the first criteria of S3 stage is based on the uh, based on the average of all these 24 units. And the first criteria for S3 stage is the average of all these 24 units should be equal to Q. And the second criteria for the S3 stage is second criteria is not more than 2 units should go below Q minus 15%. And the third criteria for the S3 stage is no unit should go below Q minus 25%. So these are the three criteria for the S3 stages. And if result observed within this criteria, then dissolution is passing in S3 stage. But if results are not within this criteria, then dissolution is failing in S3 stage, and then OS is locked. So this is all about the S1, S2, S3 stages, which is applicable for the immediate release dosage form. Similarly, for prolonged release dosage form and for the modified release dosage form, different stages are given in the pharmacopoeia. Now we're talking about the pH limit for the dissolution medium. The pH limit for the dissolution medium is plus minus 0.05. And if we're talking about the water changing frequency for the dissolution apparatus, and this frequency is weekly. Now this is all about the basic details and the factors and the different stages of dissolution testing. Now we're talking about the calibration. The calibration of dissolution apparatus is done by two types, the physical calibration and the chemical calibration. The physical calibration is done in which the various factors are checked, like RPM, rotation per minute, is checked with the help of by using a tachometer, and which a suitable calibrated tachometer is used, and the limit for the RPM is plus minus 4%. And second parameter is the time is checked with the help of suitable calibrated stopwatch, and the limit for the time is plus minus 2%. And the temperature, third parameter is temperature is checked with the help of suitable calibrated thermometer, and the temperature limit is 37.0 plus minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. And next parameter is wobbling is checked with the help of wobble meter. And next parameter is the centering is checked with the help of two hemispheric cube, and in which the shaft of the paddle or basket should not strike with that hemispheric cube. And next parameter is the levels is checked with the help of leveler. Next parameter is the distance is checked with the help of depth gauge, in which the distance between the, suppose this is the inner surface of the vessel, in which the distance between the bottom of the vessel and pedal is checked, and this distance is checked with the help of depth gauge, and the limit for the distance is 25 mm plus minus 2 mm. And Next, this is all about the physical calibration. Now we're talking about the chemical calibration. Chemical calibration is done by using a prednisone USP tablet, and in which the parameter are set like 500 ml of purified decayed water, and second parameter is time is set 30 minutes and temperature set 37.0 plus minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. And this parameter are set, and units of prednisone USP tablet is placed into the six individual vessel, and after completion of dissolution at a specific time interval, withdrawal of allocate is done or sampling is done, and it should be done through the John Midway. And then of directly absorbance is check on the UV, and with the using or by the using preparation or by the preparing the standard, the calculation is done and results are generated. So this is all about the physical calibration and chemical calibration. And then we're talking about the dimension, some important dimension. The timing, the length of the vessel should the length of vessel is 160 to 210 mm, and the width of the vessel is 1998 to 106 mm. And if we're talking about the pedal, the pedal element, the length of pedal is 19 mm, and the width, the lower width and the upper width, there are two widths. So the lower width of the pedal is 42 mm, and the upper width is 74 to 75 mm. And now we're talking about the basket, the diameter of the basket. The inner diameter is 20.2 mm, and the outer diameter is 25.0 mm. And so this is all about the dimension. Some other dimension also given in a pharmacopoeia with their plus minus limits. And this is all about the basic detail of the dissolution, how we define these different factors affecting and different stages of testing, and calibration, physical and chemical calibration, and about their dimension. And this is all about the basic short details of the dissolution and dissolution testing. Thank you for listening.